got 7 out of 8 guys back from last year. They lost one player in the top 8 scorers. Team that beat Duke at Duke. According to my sources, like Ron Gregory's in that league, it'll be the biggest team. We'll play probably up 6'10", 6'11", 6'10", 290, 280, 250. So they'll be big inside. But Scott is the kind of the guy who stirs the drink, and he was suspended for 3 games. They lost 1. He played in 1 game now and had 15 points, I think it was. And is a very good player, very athletic, very good defensively. Just a very, very good player. So it will be it'll be big in that respect, but really a lot of this still comes down to us. We started 4 different lineups already, and some by necessity and some by frustration, I guess. But we haven't had all our scholarship players available in 1 game, and I use that as an excuse because I don't think we have any continuity right now, and that's, I think, leading to some of these turnovers. Although poor play is leading to some of them too, because no matter what the continuity is, it doesn't mean that, as I stated last night, you give the ball to the other team. On a positive side, Keith Appling has still done a great job, even though he had a couple more turnovers. He's averaging 2.5 a game. When you think about the number of times he has the ball and the number of different guard combinations we've had, and the number of minutes he's playing, he's been great. Inside, Nix and Payne have been okay. They really have. When you look at their stats, we still have no continuity there as far as getting a substitution pattern. I think we're starting to come up with one. But if we can do something where we don't have to play those guys in such long stretches, I think it's going to make us a lot better team. As far as our perimeter goes, your guess is as good as mine on whether Trice will be back or not. Supposed to find out on some tests this morning that'll hopefully allow him to maybe practice a little bit more. He worked out on his own and not with the team. And today, I'm expecting to hear something at 1 o'clock, whether he'll be able to, practice a little bit. But him coming back, he's missed 2.5 weeks. It's going to be definitely a plus for us, but it's not going to change everything overnight. Gary Harris is working out a little bit too, but his is a little different, and it's going to go strictly on the strength he develops in that arm and how long that takes. A little bit more on Miami. They've shot very well at home. They've shot over 50% in their home games. As I said, Scott is a kid who played very well against Detroit. And as far as the ACC Big Ten Challenge, by next year that thing's going to be so goofy, I don't know if anybody will know who's playing who with all the changes. So it's always something good. It's going to be different, playing a different team than we've played before, never played them. That part will be exciting, and I'm looking forward to it. So any questions, I'll take them.
What'd you think about Costello when you saw the film of him?
I like Costello. We need a guy to do the dirty work. In other words, I think we got too many guys right now that want to make up for Gary and Travis being gone and trying to do things they can't do. Costello just does all the dirty work. He set a couple screens to free some guys. He got Keith Appling a layup just on how he sealed in the post. He defended pretty well. Costello, as he gets in better shape from all the time he had off, and he couldn't have picked a worse time to be off because, that's when a freshman really gains some experience in the exhibition games, and that's when you're putting in a lot of stuff. But this will be a good game for him. Our bigs are going to have to be good, and they're going to play a lot because of the size of this team.
If Trice is able to go, what's realistic in terms of minutes on Wednesday?
Boy, Joe, I have absolutely no idea. It's hard to say how much conditioning he lost. I haven't seen him run a step yet. So, and he's not the biggest, strongest kid to start with. So, what's realistic? I don't know if you could get 15 minutes out of a guy. I really don't know. I mean, sometimes a guy plays on adrenaline and plays more his first game back than he would his second. But I'm not even planning on him being back right now, and then if we get him back, hopefully we can get a few more minutes. We got some guys that gotta get a little better too. I mean, right now, I mean, Valentine's been a little up and down, but he's a good enough player that right this moment, we gotta get him stepping up a little bit like he did in the Oakland game, and that would make a difference too.